Hello, I'm going to guide you through the volunteerism section of enrollment in Super. One of the first things you need to know is that before you can enroll someone as a volunteer in Super, they must be already enrolled in your database. So whether it's teen or an adult leader, you've got to go ahead and get them in there as one of your clientele. Something I want to point out before we get started is a very helpful web page. It's the Tennessee 4-H web page. You'll go to Forms and Materials, drop down to Volunteers, and go to this website. It's going to have your adult volunteer application on it. These decision trees are extremely helpful. All of your forms that you'll need your volunteers to fill out, their online training, and more resources. Now, once you have your person in your database, you go up here to Enrollment, go to Volunteerism, and add Adult Leader or Teen Leader, Youth Leader. And from there, you'll have a window where you can search for that person and select them and click Add as Volunteer. Once you add them as volunteer, they're going to show up on this page of volunteers, on your volunteer management page. And from there, it's pretty easy utilizing that Extension Volunteer website to make your way through this information and know whether or not you have all of the paperwork and online trainings and things that you need. So you can see here on my screen, I have some volunteers that are not recent, so they are not going to have this level 3 training. Some have not been approved at all. And so this is what your screen is going to look like. Green is for good, red is for missing something. You're missing something, that's bad. So if you'll go in here, it's going to show your volunteer history, and that comes from this. Add them in as a volunteer, put the date, then you'll upload their file. All files that you upload are going to need to be PDF, and you are going to want to make sure that you redact any sensitive information. I usually take a black marker and redact their social security numbers for sure once I've done the background checks, and that way you're not uploading that sensitive information to our Super program. But as you go along, you can see there's a place for you to enter the background check that has happened. If you use a local sheriff's department or if you use the Department of Safety, you can enter that and the date along with you'll need to upload your background check document. Child protection training is next. That requires just a date. The National Sex Offender Registry and the Tennessee Abuse Registry are both online websites that you will check. And you just enter the date in there. Tennessee Mandatory Reporting Law is an actual file they'll sign and upload. And you'll indicate the date that happened there and then save that. So once you've done all of this, you'll see that you have green checks. If they're missing something or something expires, you will have a red X. And your county directors will receive periodic emails letting them know that certain volunteers' information has expired. And that kind of helps to keep you up to date on your volunteers, but it is very easy to check. Just as you pull up that volunteer database, you'll see everybody that needs to be checked on there. Thanks for watching, and happy Super.